Artists. This one is definitely dedicated to all the independent artists out there, all the aspiring artists out there that are looking to, I guess, get a record deal. One thing I'm going to say to you is this: as somebody that tried to get into the music business, almost got into the music business, but almost threw his life away if he would have signed the contract that he was given. Right now, you guys probably have the best opportunity in being your own boss. You right now you have the best opportunity to have the leverage when it comes to negotiating with record labels, because now you have the resources where you can work your product direct to consumer. You can create your own videos with the camera team, or maybe yourself. You can put it right on YouTube or whatever video platform they have out there, and you can get it right to the people that rock with you. You can even get it to new people that may have never heard of you, and then just seen your video and was like, "Whoa, I want to rock with this guy or this girl." You know what I'm saying? It's just nowadays there are resources where you really don't need the record label. The record label is just what would they be now? They would be more or less, they're not the foundation anymore like they used to be. Now the artists can build their own foundation with the digital streaming platforms and with the video platforms, because now you can get it direct to your consumer. The only thing the label would really help with is probably marketing and branding. And I mean, if you look at some of these newer artists that have been doing their thing, for example, I believe Lil Baby could be a good example, because he signed to QC, but I don't think there might be a major label behind the distribution of the music and all that, but I don't think I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This could be just strictly speculation. I believe that most of the marketing and branding is handled by QC, and if they need the money, or if they need a budget, they go to whatever label is behind them and say, "Hey, your artist needs more marketing dollars, needs more branding dollars," and they provide that. But at the end of the day, QC came up on his own. QC came up. Those guys came up through in Atlanta, through the ranks of Atlanta, and did their thing, and got to the point where these labels came to them and were like, "Hey, we want to work with you," and then that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? I believe Cardi B is also on QC, but she's signed to Atlantic. You know what I mean? But that's because of what QC has done and what Cardi B has done as well on her own. But the point of this is to understand that when you're going into these situations with these labels, know that, yeah, they're smiling in your face. They're going to talk about you're going to be part of the family and all that good shit. But remember, this is business. They'll make it sound like it's personal, but when it's time to end relationships, or when contracts are about to expire, they're going to act like they don't know you. You know what I mean? But the point of this is, make sure you know your worth. Make sure before you go into these meetings, see what you can do on your own. See what you can build on your own. Don't give up so quickly. Don't have these irrational expectations, so when you don't reach those expectations, you give up. You know, you've been seeing, especially in the past few years, contract disputes. I would say the biggest one that would just happen was Meg Thee Stallion. She just had a great big contract dispute with the people that she was signed to. Well, still signed to. I believe I think that was settled actually outside of court. So she's probably given more freedoms than she was given before. But it's still weird. You gotta know what you're signing these days. You know what I mean? And knowing your worth as an artist. I'm not saying she doesn't know her worth now, but I guarantee you at the time she was signing that contract, she had no idea what her worth was. So these labels or independent labels, yes, when I say labels, I'm talking about independent labels too. These labels that are out there making promises to these artists or these creators that we can get you out there. We can get you out there. And I believe we have to be very careful with that as creatives. You know what I'm saying? Be careful of the empty promises. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you've seen people fighting for their masters. Like recently, I can't even say recently. I'm gonna say probably like 2 years ago, Chris Brown got his masters. He owns his masters now. That's a great look. We also seen De La Soul finally get their masters, which was a long, hard fought battle for them, and with Tommy Boy. And Tommy Boy is a defunct company now. I forgot the name of the guy that was running it. I believe his last name was Silverstein. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. We'll look into that. And then, of course, now just recently broken. News that was just recently broken was Anita Baker. She's finally able to let her fans stream her music, buy her music. I believe she even said it, that she's going to drop a greatest hits album. And I'm sure there's going to be memorabilia along with that. And to hear that, to see how an artist like Anita Baker, who has an international market. When I say an international market, I mean her music is loved all over the world. And to see that she finally got her masters, to see that she didn't own her masters was really shocking to me. You know, I always think that artists from back in those days had their contracts and everything. No, they've been robbing us creatives blind for years. And pretty much I'm hoping that this video, I mean, granted it's coming from a small channel, circulates a little something, and a lot of creatives and artists, independent artists, see this and be like, you know what, yeah, maybe I do need to figure out what my worth is. Start moving on your own. There's a lot of artists that I know doing their thing. Thank goodness for the podcast. I talk to a lot of independent artists and creatives that are talking about, yeah, we learning our worth. I got my team together. I got this, I got that. And I'm just like sitting there happy because I'm like, yo, these labels can't come to these guys and just make empty promises and feel that they're just going to sign because they got the money. Nah, these people are becoming very cognizant of their worth, and it's great. It's great to see that. Now, I'm hoping I'm helping with this video and with my talks with them on the podcast. If you don't know which podcast I'm referencing, it's the Blast podcast. This is something that I created and that I host and that I interview a lot of different creatives, independent creatives doing their thing. It's THABLASTPODCAST. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok as well, promoting the pod and this YouTube channel as well. So, speaking of which, please be sure to like the video. If you're brand new, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications, man. If you're brand new, check out the other videos. I got tons of content on this channel. Check it out. Check out Idolizing of False Prophets. That's doing all right for a small channel like myself. I'm just really getting into this content creation game. Check out all the other joints. LeBron James is not the best player in the league. I got a lot of videos on there. Is Cam Newton washed? Just tap in with me, man. It's about to go down. Young Pharaoh does not care about black people. I'm doing my thing. The reason why I'm doing this now is because I'm looking to build the channel. And, of course, I'm going to be live streaming very soon in October. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to probably do that in the evenings. See when, because I'm going to look to promote it during the week. And then in the evenings, especially during the winter, the weather ain't going to be too great, especially here in the Northeast. So people are going to be home and they're going to need something to do. And hopefully I can be that source of entertainment for the people. You know what I mean? So please be sure to tap into that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Basically, the point of this video is know your worth. Don't be like these artists that had to fight for the masters in the end. Man, build your catalog. Protect your IP. Make sure your publishing is right. Build your catalog, and to the point where the music that you're making is worth something. And don't just sell your masters that easily. Make sure you own it, even if it's just for a percentage at a particular time, for a particular amount of time, for a duration. Make sure that you hold on to the majority of the ownership. You know what I mean? For example, if it's like a 51% to a 49% deal, make sure you get that 51%, not the 49%. You know what I mean? Because you're the artist, you're the creator, and you're the one that put your blood, sweat, and tears behind that magic that they call the creation. So, I'm getting out of here. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. I'm Brother DSP. Follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. That's at THABLASTPODCAST. I'm getting out of here. Salute, y'all.